A moment ago, fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A first down throw here for Rivers. Looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. You think back to all the interceptions he threw last week. Here we go, first play of the game, another pick.
And you know that all week long, they spent time breaking down exactly why he threw the interceptions. Was it mechanics, bad reads, not enough study? Sometimes you just think about it way too much, and that leads you to the next one.
Time to refocus. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott, and he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Hey, easy. On.
They'll try the air now with Locke. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A very solid gain of 27.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner. Toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston, then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. The give is to Elliott. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Pernell McPhee in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. And that's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Second down, Rivers fighting through, but in the end the pressure too great and he goes down. Jerry Hughes in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. From the gun, Rivers. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Rivers now on 2nd down. Amaro's got it, left side. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Cluster.
On 3rd down, Rivers. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Here's Lott. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. A shotgun snap for Love. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. Well, I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Locke. Big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. From the gun, here's Locke. On target over the middle to Hill. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Third and long, it's Locke. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
To throw on 2nd down is Locke. To the left side here for Eifert. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And getting our first update now from Nashville. Making a full 2-touchdown lead now for the Titans. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. Rivers now to throw on first down. He finds Ross right side. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Off the play fake here, Rivers. And that'll be incomplete. The intended receiver, Tavon Austin. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Set. 390. White. 300.
Here's Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Brandon Graham in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here's Thomas. Tremendous return there, 39 yards. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
They go play action here on 1st down. Now a hit and lock. Lost the football. It's out. But I think the Patriots are going to hang on to the football. They do. They get it back. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. Back to Foxborough after this. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Hurry!
A give to Elliott. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Deron Harmon makes the tackle.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop him on third down.
On. Strong right. 622.
Out of the gun, Luck. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Tress Way now. Back deep is Tavon Austin. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. So now here come the Dolphins. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Rivers on first down. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. A first down throw here for Rivers. And this one complete to Julius Thomas. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Now a second down throw for Rivers. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there of 20 yards. On first and 10, Rivers steps away to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a second down and 12. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Brandon Graham. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Delta! Cluster!
From the gun, Rivers going up top. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Miami. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out first and 10. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Elliott. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Luck. And Eifert has it. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. To the left side here for Eifert. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Now a play fake here on first down. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
This is Elliott. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And that makes our score 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for 13 at a Dolphin first down. Of course, last year, you think about Dalvin Cook's injury in Week 4 with a torn ACL, just hoping that he can stay healthy in 2018.
And if so, we'll see plenty of runs that will be big time in 2018. Because in 2017, he took over the starting running back job as a rookie and was off to a terrific start. In fact, if you ask people in the Minnesota Vikings organization, they were giddy at the fact that they were able to get him outside of the first round and plug him into the lineup. They expect him to be big time in this season.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. In on the stop, it's Tahir Whitehead.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll try to throw here. Rivers. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a third and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Set. 380. Hey, Rocket.
Rivers to throw it. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17.
380.
Back to the ground. Cook able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Rivers. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Hayden Hurst, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. A post to the tight end for 6. Gosh, those guys are so tough to cover, aren't they? Just in general, tight ends running those patterns near the goal line.
Because you have to decide how you want to treat them. Are they a wide receiver? Are they a big extra blocker on the field? Or are they a hybrid and caught in between? So are you going to use a linebacker? Are you going to use a safety? Are you going to even move a corner in if you're going to play nickel or dime defense? They usually win those matchups because they have an answer for all 3 of those positions.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Luck drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. It'll be a Patriot 1st down on a pickup of 16. Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Being strong up the middle is imperative. I don't care what your sport, but in football, when you've got a D tackle who can contribute not only to occupying bodies, but also making plays on the ball carrier, that's when you have the cornerstone of a solid run defense.
Yeah, easy. Gun. Right, 675. Keep right. 57 tight. Right, 57.
They go to Elliott again. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. New England on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Kill.
From the gun, here's Luck. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 2nd down, here's Luck. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Darius Slay with a pick. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10. Following the interception here, Rivers. And his throw here is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
To throw, Rivers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Dolphins on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. To the right side here, the tight end Thomas. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Here you go, man.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First down, Rivers. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. A 2nd down throw for Rivers. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Harrison Smith, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
After the interception, it's Locke. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Wrong.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
Tight end right. 4 down. Check. 4 down.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Dolphins now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Rivers to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
Now Rivers. Dancing to his left. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Corey Legion in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and forever.
12.
Here's Rivers. Baldwin with it over the middle. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also 4th. Desperation time. Rivers on 4th down. Oh, some strong running. Leaping, and he makes the grab. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Patriots are close to finishing off this football game. And now out come the Patriots. Getting down to the end here, they have a 2-score lead. Barely, but it's a 2-score lead, so that probably makes you as a coach feel a lot more comfortable right now, doesn't it, Charles?
It does, but it doesn't mean now you go out and run option or some kind of wild double reverse or anything like that. But you do know that if anything does go haywire, you're still in control of this game.
I want a double reverse, don't you?
I'm just waiting for that day where we actually see something like that in this situation.
We'll see what happens here. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for New England, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll have another home date next week as the Indianapolis Colts come to town. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports. From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the New Orleans Saints. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. First down at Stafford. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it a second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
So when you saw him dump it off to the back, did you think he was going to pick up the first down there?
Well, I knew one thing. It wasn't his primary target. At least it didn't look like it. Turned out to be the play they needed, though. And it's big because it's the opening drive. So converting that 3rd down, keeping the play, not the play, the drive going.
Yeah, it certainly appeared like his downfield targets were covered. He threw the little dump off to his back, and nice effort picking up the first down, though. And you're right. That opening drive, keep those chains moving.
They go play action here on 1st down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Randy Gregory in there to get him for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. That is incomplete. Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down. Out of the gun, Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack, and he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Check yourself, baby.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Now Mack. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
No. Check. Patriot.
Here's Mack. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They'll run with Mack. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's Big Vince Williams who made the tackle.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
On 3rd down, that's Mack. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now a carry from Mack. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made by Justin Evans. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
But has that changed in a big way? The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. And they'll run it here. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
That's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on first down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Back 99 Philly.
They'll run for it. This is Matt. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. DeForest Buckner able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run it now out of the gun. Gets around him. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Now Stafford. And he's taken down here by the Saints. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8.
Boys, here we go.
Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
11, 11. Set. Lady.
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there of 22. Now a first down throw. Stafford steps away. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give me radar. Set. Red 80.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
4 down. Set. 180. Zebra.
On 3rd down, it's Cohen. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. Touchdown, New Orleans. Dante Pettis, 75 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Joe Schobert leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Brandon, you know, we talk about having wrinkles in a game plan. That was a fold right there. How about that play? Being able to change things up. You think anyone else on the team's going to get the ball, and in that situation, they surprise everyone and give it to their big guy.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. And now they'll throw with Allen. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Given 3 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Allen. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now let's go.
On play action, Allen. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Dante Pettis, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. The extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them. Early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
11.
Looking to throw on second down. Stafford throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. first and 10. Stafford. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Again, it's Cohen. And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. You said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cole. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a first and 10 at the 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They come out here in the eye.
Big 20.
They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. So now Stafford will bring up the Lions, and they'll go for 2. Throwing to Stafford. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Back now here live in New Orleans. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Now this time, Allen will throw. Ertz over the middle. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Mack on the toss. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. So the solid run on 1st, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that 2nd down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now Allen off the bootleg. Rolling to his right. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, let's give some credit to the defense. They did a nice job there as they flushed him to his right. But he is able to buy some time, extend the play, and turn it into a short gain.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now a toss play. This is Mack. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Detroit! Gone!
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Hey, I need one. 22.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
When you spend your 1st-round pick on a pass rusher, you are absolutely counting on him to be an impact player. And there you go. Right away, he gets to the quarterback.
And guess what? Likely the first of many that we're going to see from that young man. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
4 down. Set. Lady. Go. Set.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Set. 180. Light. 22.
Back to throw. Stafford. Flush to his right. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A very solid gain of 27. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. The tackle made by the corner, Jimmy Smith.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to tie things up in the final minute. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Back to throw. Allen. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. The Saints in the hurry up here, clock continuing to roll. To throw is Allen. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Here's Allen to throw it. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. As they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th.
Detroit! Detroit!
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And he connects with Ertz. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney!
Now Allen. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Over!
Allen to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown. Forget overtime. They're going to win the football game right now.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get him in the end zone. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. One last throw here for Stanford. Over the middle, complete. It's Cole. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And, partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Saints, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos. And for
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 19 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be an intriguing matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They've gone a full half season since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And you don't get on win streaks like this without your defense playing a big role. They've created quite an identity, and I know they want and expect this streak to get to 9.
Nothing on the scoreboard, 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football.
Over! Detroit!
On first down, Allen. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 42 yards. Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Going for it all. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. After an excellent punt, this offense in a tough spot down inside their own 5. In his own end zone, it's Allen. And going deep for Hill. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And here's Allen to throw from his end zone. Got an open man. It's Valdes-Scantling. And they'll get him down up past the 15. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. Allen now on first down. And Hill with it over the middle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A very solid gain of 27. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and they will take over possession of the football. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now Allen, caught. Kelsey, left side. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Allen from the gun on third down. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
It wasn't third and long. It was more like third and attainable. And oftentimes, offense just want to run enough to pick up a first down. But I think they wanted to break tendency there. Catch the defense, plan for the short pass, and push it downfield. And they almost collected a big play.
And it's complete to Kelsey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Throwing on first down is Allen. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Here's Allen on first and 10. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Ron Parker. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. Now Allen to throw on first and 10. And going deep for Hill. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Allen now to throw again. He's going deep for... That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. With a little over 2 minutes to play in the second quarter, the offense gets ready to take over.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now Allen on first down. And avoids the contact by sliding. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Allen now looks to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
Detroit!
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Frank Clark in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Now Allen throwing on second down. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And it's third down.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. On third and long, it's Allen.
holding offense.
So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Detroit! Detroit!
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. This is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Allen going to throw. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen being chased out left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. His 11th. After an excellent punt, this offense in a tough spot down inside their own 5. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on 1st down. Allen. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. 1st down. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. On 1st down, Allen, and going deep for Hill. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this 1st half.
Watch it now, Barney!
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. He's going to fire one deep over. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10.
Detroit!
From midfield, here's Allen. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. A final shot before half for Allen. And this one is incomplete. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are...
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. The Ravens ready to receive it. And they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the 2nd half. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Up come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To the air, Allen, and going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play that time for the Ravens. 48 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Gone!
Allen from the gun, he'll throw. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. Allen going to go on 4th down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is going to be incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up in. It'll be a 1st and 10 coming up as this offense takes over possession of the football in the 3rd quarter. And the Ravens taking the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Now, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And here's Allen operating from the gun. And going deep for Hill. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the safety here, Ron Parker. And they will take over at the 20th. 3rd quarter action to this offense will have a 1st and 10 as they get set for the next drive. Here comes the Raven offense now ready for another possession. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jason McCourty. His defense figured. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Pass interference. Defense.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And again, it's Allen. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Line of scrimmage. Again, the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Kelsey out in the slot right. Here's Allen to throw it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Here we go now.
On first down, Allen steps away to his left. Escapes the sack. But now he's swallowed up and taken down.
Like the footwork back there. I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Here's Allen. And going deep for Hill. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Going deep for Benjamin. He's got a man. Complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big-time 3rd down play for the Ravens. 48 yards.
I know they have good coverage downfield, but you have to wonder, on 3rd and long like that, how does that happen, that they can get that far downfield and complete a pass? You got to guard the sticks, understand where you are, and so it's almost like someone fell asleep at the switch.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, their defense did the job. They got the turnover on downs. Now what can the offense do as they take possession? The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Detroit!
Allen will try again on 2nd down. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And no, it's incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. Well, their defense did the job. They got the turnover on downs. Now what can the offense do as they take possession? And now here come the Ravens. Allen, big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, lead the...
That's caught at the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Tyreek Hill with... So this offense will head back out there already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. So Allen's going to look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Kenny Clark, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On second down, here's Allen. And an alley to run. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Over. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Allen going to try and throw on third down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. We are in the 4th and final quarter as the offense will have the football starting this drive 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Allen now on first down. It's Kelsey on the ground. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. And going deep for Hill. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Detroit!
Now Allen to throw. Going to throw again. And going deep for Hill. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome. Put a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up.